Hey everyone, how's it going? Yeah, it's me, Tony. Um, yeah, I've been out and about today, busy doing a variety of different things. It's been pretty much, well, on the work front, it was kind of unique today because, well, I ended up putting in a lot of extra time today. Um, I tried to do something new. Um, Boss had me doing something that wasn't quite familiar with. So today was kind of an unusual day for trying something, and yeah, I gave it my best shot. Um, I don't know. I wouldn't know where to look for part of what I was supposed to look for, and I circled what I had to circle, what I could find. I marked off what I found, and what I didn't find, I just kind of left blank. Um, but when I found the item in question, I put a little check mark by it because, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? I found it's got a check mark. I didn't find something, well, then I left it circled. Um, and it didn't have a check mark. I'll explain it when I get there with him, because it's easier to explain it than it would be to try to try to go through and write an entire note. So in the morning when I show up there, I'll be like, yeah, this is what I did. I got a lot of it done, but I couldn't find a bunch of it. I don't know what the deal is with it. And I found some items, and some items didn't even have tags. And it's like, I don't know what it was supposed to be. I mean, I'm getting pretty good with the numbers. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting really good with some of these numbers, and pretty good with what the numbers represent on the items, but I can't look at an item and tell you what it is, you know. Um, I'm not that good. Some of it, yeah, some of it I can. Don't get me wrong. Some of it I'm pretty legit on, you know. But like maple, I can tell by looking at them. I tell what maple is, and hickory, and alder, and red oak, and courtesan. I can kind of tell by looking at some of that. But as for what's what and what numbers to put on it, yeah, uh, I got a ways to go on that. Anybody that steps into the job and I like I said, I've only been doing it. I haven't even been doing it a year yet, and I think I'm making great progress. But I'll hear them rattle off a set of numbers, and I'll be like, okay, um, all right, let me write that down. Like he showed me a process on what I had to do tonight, and I literally wrote it down so that I knew what I was supposed to be doing. And it's going to take me a few times before I get the hang of it. But I guess I can't condemn myself too bad. I can't really beat myself up too much because I haven't even been doing it a year. Like I said, I think I'm making some pretty good progress. These guys have been doing it 20, 30 years, or more. you know so it's one of those things. If I can do what I'm doing right now in like 20 years, hopefully I'm even better yet. You know what I mean? You always hope to get better, to achieve new goals. You got to pace yourself. You got to sit there and say, I've done this. Now I got to do this. Now I've done that. I've got to learn to do that. You got to push yourself. You got to challenge yourself. Um, that's pretty much the way the day's been going. Is challenging myself. Sammy woke up late for school today. No surprise. I mean, who really wants to get out of bed? You know what I mean? I know I don't. I don't like to get out of bed. And at that age, it's like, oh, great, I'm going to school. Um, I'm going to sit in a classroom that's boring And, you know, somebody was walking by, so I was quiet. Don't entirely trust people in the area. Actually, I don't really entirely trust anybody. Now that I think about it. But, yeah. Pretty clear sky out tonight. Um, almost, well, technically it is the 14th now. Uh, my, grandson and daughter came home today. Pretty good. Pretty exciting. He's adorable. If I had my other phone working, I'd videotape it, but yeah, or record it and put it out on YouTube. But he's just adorable. He really is, and she's doing really well. Being being a mom, first mom, you really don't know exactly what to do, what to expect, and this is her first kid. First time up being a mom. And she helped out a little bit with the babies when they were younger, but not now. She's the mom, and she's got her baby, so it's a new thing for her. Yeah, I think she's gonna be perfect. I think as long as she does her best and works at it, she's gonna be great. That's all it takes. There's no actual perfect person. Even as a parent, we make mistakes. We screw up. Heck, I've been playing Magic for so long. You think putting together a Magic deck would be just easy peasy for me. I just throw this in there and that in there, right? No, no, putting together a deck and just cards, man, takes time. You got to think about what you want to do, how you want to do it, how you want to, what's your main purpose, what main theme, and that's with cards. Okay, that's just a game. We're talking life now with being a mom, being a parent. Yeah, that's a lot more difficult. But I think any parent that really does give a crap about their kids is always concerned. They're always concerned about the well-being of the child. They're always concerned about why are the kids crying. They always take the time. They always are very attuitive to their children, and that's the mark of being a good parent. I think that is probably the mark right there. That is the defining characteristic, because anybody can have a kid. Okay, anybody can go out, get some chick pregnant, and then leave her. Okay, that doesn't make him a father. He's a sperm donator. Um, and any woman that ends up pregnant, well, can deliver a child. Does that make her a mother? No. It means she had a child. Okay. Uh, to be a good mom or to be a good dad takes time, takes patience, takes effort. Um, like today, um, me being a grandfather, I haven't gotten any sleep since last night, so I'm pretty tired. But they needed me to put something together. Changing table, bassinet. I'll show you guys later in another video. But so I put it together, and the directions are. I'm one of those guys that try to read the directions and to get an idea of how it's supposed to go. Well, the directions are so vague. They're pretty complicated. And, I'm going on like next to nothing for sleep. So here I am trying to put this thing together. Directions are vague. And I pretty much had to try to go off common sense. And it worked. It doesn't look exactly like they show in the picture. In fact, the one piece they got in the picture, I'm like, dude, this looks so freaking iffy, um, it's too iffy. some of it. So it's like, don't put the kid in that because I don't trust it. Okay, that's just me. Um, but he's your kid. I mean, it's your kid. You do what you want, but it doesn't look pretty safe and stable to be picking somebody up and. There's certain things. Oh yeah, he's okay to sit there. I mean, you're just changing him in that. That's fine. That's good. It's in there solid. But to be carrying a kid around in this thing that just clips onto the side, you're like, no, no. Well, let him sit there and play with it. Yeah, but the stuff that's hanging from the little clip-on deal is one thing. But support a 10-pound weight in something that clips onto something else. Yeah, it doesn't even really latch onto something. It just kind of clips onto it. And it's like, no. No, I don't even trust my keys to a clip-on thing, okay? They have to hook around something. You're talking about a baby, no. And it makes you wonder if somebody somewhere actually is going to put their kid in something like that and pick it up. Because it looks like it should be stable, but I'm willing to bet it's not. Granted, it is for an infant; it's not for a toddler, but I still wouldn't trust the weight. You probably take a 10-pound weight and just leave it in there, but a weight is just a weight. A baby's a bit more precious than that. If the weight falls to the floor, it's not going to cause severe damage unless it falls on your foot. It's just going to go thunk on the floor. Where if a baby falls on the floor, yeah, there's a problem there. So I don't trust that at all. And I pointed it out to my daughter Juliana, and I warned her. I said I don't trust that. But that's a mark of a good parent, and it's also a mark of a good grandfather, I think, because to kind of give some sort of direction to your kids. I spent some time with Eli tonight. It was a great time. Fed him. I didn't change him today, but he started to fall asleep and started to grab up my face like all the other all our children did. All of our children had to grab my face, whether it was my nose or try to grab my hair or my fingers and that. And I think that's just the way kids are. But got my mom to work. Daniel went and picked up his mail. Daughter got her mail. Daniel's son his third day at Star Mark, I think. Yeah, third day. And so we'll see how this goes. He's liking it. He's learning stuff. He realizes that the job is pretty serious. It's not something you just go in and, when you're a teenager, you just want to joke around and have a good time and play around. It's not that kind of job, And he understands the serious nature of it. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to do a terrific job. But, he's got to just apply himself, and he'll be amazed. After doing it for about a month, he'll be like, hey, I'm getting the hang of this, It's just staying with anything. You stick at something long enough and you work at it, you realize that, and you listen to the people that have done it even longer than you realize, hey, you start catching things. You start catching on. You start doing a better job. Things start coming out better. It's like, hey, it makes sense to you. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. It is technically Valentine's Day, the greatest money-making holiday for couples there is. Have fun with it, and I'll talk to you guys tonight. And I love you guys, man. You're the best. Bye for now.